Hey everybody, this is Brian, and I am sharing our notebook reboot video number 2. This one is on looking closely, observing, and writing. Um, and I want to talk first about this book that I have, that I really like. It's called Remarkable Diaries, and I'll bring it in and leave it in the room in case anybody wants to take a look at it. It is a collection of diaries of famous people and their notebooks throughout history. And it's really inspiring to see how people look at things and observe the world and then write about it. And I want to point out one in particular that I like. Oops. This is from a gentleman named Carl Linnaeus, who was a botanist from Sweden in the 1700s. He traveled throughout places in Europe and took all these amazing notebooks and notes about things. And I want to just read a passage here from one of his notebooks. We observed a dense cloud to the northeast. It was visible both above and below us, and at length approached us in the form of a thick mist which moistened our clothes and rendered even our hair thoroughly wet. We could neither see sun nor moon, nor the summits of the neighboring hills. We knew not whither to turn our steps, fearing on the one hand to fall down a precipice and lose our lives, as actually happened a few years ago to a Laplander under the same circumstances, or on other to be plunged into the alpine torrent which had worn so deep a channel through the snow as to make anyone giddy looking upon it from above. We could now not distinguish anything a couple of ells or meters before us. Our situation was like that of an unskillful mariner at sea without compass, out of sight of land and surrounded by hidden rocks on every side. And what I love about this is not just the expression and just the language he uses, but just it inspires me to really think of things I could write that are similar, right? Like this first part about the clouds makes me think it'd be really interesting to write a nonfiction piece about clouds. Clouds are amazing and big and huge and fascinating, and it would be an amazing thing to research and maybe write about. Or like this last part about being lost at sea almost makes me want to write a poem about what that feels like, and what it feels like to be lost, both physically and metaphorically. And like this bit about being surviving and not being careful of your steps, like it makes me think like it'd be fun to write like a fiction story like Hatchet, like a survival story in the wilderness, right? There's so many things I could pull from this writing that it makes me think I want to have the same kind of things in my notebook, maybe to inspire other writing. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. This is another page from Linnaeus' notebook with all these cool drawings and stuff. He just went out and looked at nature and did all this amazing writing about it. So I thought maybe we could try it. And so I wanted to give you inspiration in case, maybe there's something in the classroom or something out the window or that you want to write about. But if you don't have something else that you want to look at closely and observe, take a look at this. This is obviously a pineapple, and I'm going to bring in one and have it in the classroom so you can actually look at and think about it. But if you really look closely, like pineapples are really amazing, and it's one of the things that like really inspire me. Like this just grew, right? And when I look at it, it looks like so many things that it makes me want to write about it a little bit. So I did, and let me show you my notebook pages. So I'm going to share a couple of things that I wrote. The first is sort of a discovery narrative, but it's a little silly. The beast has hairy, scaly sides wrapping around its entire body in a geometric pattern. There are flaps of dried skin that look like pterodactyls in flight. On top is a spiny crown. I wrote crowd, but I meant crown. A spiny crown that looks like a defensive adaptation, as if the green spikes might shoot like projectiles. As we approached the beast, we noticed a sweet smell. We thought at first the smell was designed to lure us in, a trick to disarm us before the beast attacked. Not to be fooled, I slashed the beast with my machete, cutting it in half. Its insides revealed, we marveled at its strange yellow blood and indecipherable physiology. Mr. Portnoy, I called to the ship's galley cook. Boil the beast. We shall dine on its flesh tonight. I don't know. Sort of a silly story about an adventurer who mistakes a pineapple for a beast. But like looking at a pineapple, I also thought like I could write a poem about this, right? And this is what I wrote. It coils around itself, following a pattern, a dance, a song that seems to spiral through the memory of nature. The poetic mathematics echo upon its skin, rooted in a tangle spun like a web. I mean, this is just a start, but there is a amazing pattern and very poetic nature to a pineapple if you look at it in a certain way. And then like I just tried writing kind of scientifically about it. This is my third notebook entry about a pineapple. Where are the seeds in a pineapple? When I observe other fruits, I know there are seeds contained inside. Cut open an apple and you find 5 seeds arrayed in a star shape. Cut open a melon, you find a pulpy center loaded with seeds. Seeds, by definition, are what makes a fruit a fruit. So, where are the seeds in a pineapple? Let's explore. Right? And I can imagine this leading into like sort of a, a nature writing sort of study of seeds and fruits and things like that, which are pretty amazing when you think about them. So that's what I've got. Take some time in your notebook entry to I don't like this pen. I'm going to switch my pen. First, look closely at something. Right? And it might be a cloud out the window. It might be a pineapple in the classroom. Whatever, but really, really look closely. Two, just wonder about it, right? Ask some questions and think about it. And lastly, write. And try writing a few things. Okay, good luck. I can't wait to see what you guys write.